In the beginning, there were the Titans.
I do this as a man.
Hey, hi. How you doing? We are playing Clash of the Titans. One of my favorite games. This game has a load of potential. And there are some mechanics in
there. There were the Titans. From these primal giants came 3 sons. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. They were different, beautiful, ambitious. The 3 brothers rose against their brutal parents. The Titans were strong, but Zeus was cunning. He convinced Hades to sacrifice a part of himself to create a beast that could defeat their parents. Ripping it from his very flesh, Hades gave birth to an unspeakable horror, the Kraken. The beast tore through the Titans, handing victory to its masters. The 3 brothers drew lots to divide the conquered world, but Zeus rigged the game. He became king of the gods, ruler of the heavens and earth. Poseidon settled for the seas, and Hades, who had sacrificed the most, was cheated. He was left alone to rule the underworld in darkness, in pain. Far above, on Olympus, Zeus created man, whose prayers fed the gods. As long as the prayers came, the gods would live forever. But like all children, man grew restless. Why did the gods toy with him, punish him? Why did they not return his love? Finally, a leader, King Acrisius, rose to defy the gods. And it was war.
I mean, in the movie, the most he did was just go around desecrating. Well, even in this game, the most he does is have his soldiers go around desecrating statues and temples and all that other stuff. It's enough to get their attention and piss them the fluff off. But, you know, war? Really? At any rate, this is an awesome game, and the mechanics in this game are amazing. The game is obviously based off of the most recent Clash of the Titans movie. I say most recent because I don't know.
Good morning, Perseus.
And
can you go check up on your father? He should be near the docks.
Are we setting sail today, Mother?
The seas are to be calm today, but there are no boats on the water. Something must be wrong.
They're probably just repairing the nets. I'll go and check.
Take this with you. I have a bad feeling.
Coolest looking sword in the game. Well, not cool. Pretty freaking cool. Anyway, it's based off of the remake, which the remake is based off the original. I've seen snippets of the original. I haven't watched the entire movie, and I might do that soon. But the thing is, if I do, I'm gonna end up going down an entire claymation rabbit hole, stop motion claymation rabbit hole with all the Greek movies, like the Odysseus movie and all the other ones. But yeah, this game has a lot of really cool mechanics that don't go anywhere else, and it's a movie tie-in game. Well, not tie-in, but a movie. Well, yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. It's a movie tie-in game, and I can see why it may have been avoided, but you gotta admit, this looks rather nice. I'm not a big fan of realism. I don't really care for it. But look at this man's house. Yeah. There's a video game jump right there. The only thing it's missing is a double jump. Can't do it. But at the same time, it's like, why do I care when I can already get damn near 8 feet in the air off rip? And they did a pretty good job modeling the character after the actor. Sam Worthington, I believe his name is. But, again, back on track. This is a good game. It's a fun game. And we're going to see some of those mechanics pretty soon. I'm going to do one mission, and then we're going to stop. Because I don't want this to go on too much. So, without further ado, we can accept quests for people in the battle.
Finally, the winds are calm, and yet we still can't set sail.
No matter how much we offer them, the gods will always find a new way to torment us.
Watch what you say. The gods are always listening.
Father.
You can go home, Perseus. We're not setting sail today.
What's wrong?
A siren has taken the docks. We can't set sail with them around.
Perhaps your son should take care of it, Spiros.
What?
You know what he speaks of. You pulled Perseus from the ocean. He has gifts.
It's true! He's far stronger than any of us! That doesn't make him expendable. It's too dangerous, even for him.
If we can't fish, we'll starve. Someone has to do something.
Then let your son do it. Mine is staying right here.
It'd be funny if one of them just pointed out, "Bitch, your son can jump 8 feet in the air without even breaking a sweat. He has the gift of Jordans." I don't even know what that word means. But, so yeah, my little brothers were asking me a question about, Greek heroes and Greek mythology and Greek gods. And I told them that basically every Greek quote-unquote historian that has counted these things, every Greek account, Hercules, Zeus, Poseidon, and all this other stuff, it is more of a bard's tale. And I'm probably going to catch some flack from historians, but you should be able to understand what I mean when I say by bard's tale, because basically hyperbole. There's a good chance that someone just pointed in a direction and coincidentally a bolt of lightning struck that area that they were pointing at. From a distance, of course. Or someone raised their hands as they were near a surf, near a cliff, and the surf just crashed into the rocks at that right time. Or, I believe Hercules was most likely stronger than the average man. But it may have just been the fact that he tried new training methods that made him get stronger. More and stuff, have privileges. Because in the accounts, he is said to be from a noble house, a twin brother
Perseus, where
of
do you think you're going?
a noble house. That's mother.
Think about Tekla,
And then of
Father.
course Achilles.
How long can she go on
again,
eating beans and
same
watering
situation.
soup? She shouldn't have to live like this.
I know. But if something happened to you, I'd never forgive myself.
Goddamn God. But yeah, same situation. Achilles just may have been harder trained. Because you get these accounts of, you know, I mean, take for example, Spartacus. Not the show, well, the show, the accounts state that Spartacus waged the war, waged the rebellion, and, so you had your weak attacks and your hard attacks. But raised the war, raised the rebellion, and really like messed up the armies of the you know, did pretty well. And it may have been that, you know, Achilles just harder trained, had better moves, more open-minded to tactics. We're gonna try and avoid not getting hurt. This is an annoying fight because she will teleport away as soon as she takes more than enough damage. So I'm gonna try and hit her with nothing but heavy attack. Ah, dang. This way I can wrap this up quickly. Haha, cool flips. But weak attacks are faster to get at. And it's just kind of instinctive to go press I want to time this correctly. Ah, so I can dodge towards her. I'll talk about the mechanics as they come. Because I want to go into some greater depth. Because you know how it is. You learn micro techniques and whatnot. Oh, there we go. Fastest I've ever done. And, ooh, I got a B rank. Never got that before. On this mission. I've gotten, you know, higher ranks before. On this mission. I'm back, bitches. Sorry, I watched the Tekken clip with baby Jin. And after, like, Heihachi tosses him off the cliff, gets back up, I survived, bitches. It's so funny.
Your mother and sister would be devastated. Please, don't do anything stupid.
Well done, Perseus. Our wives and children thank you.
Like I said, he's the strongest man in the village.
Hey, taking these praises.
Who needs the gods? We have our savior right here.
Well, you know, chill out. All right, let's not invoke the wrath of the gods. If monsters exist, the gods definitely exist. And the last thing I need is to be walking around and all of a sudden I'm turned into fried chicken. Bolts of lightning. What's
How
up,
did
Mamie?
things go at the docks?
It looks like we'll be able to set sail.
Ah, that's wonderful.
Where's Tekla?
The wreath I made is missing. She must have gone up to the mountain to pay tribute to Zeus.
To the mountain? I told her not to go there by herself.
I hope she returns before dark.
Oh
Please
yeah,
don't get
of
mad
course
at
I'll
her.
go save my little
Unlike
sister.
your father, she has faith in the gods.
So, yeah, as I was saying, like, Bard's Tale. Bard's Tales of these coincidental events. Here's our obligatory save. This, if you don't know, now you know, is a reference from the very first Clash of the Titans movie, where they had this little creature, which was a stop-motion creature, animation, CGI monster in the movie. I don't know his roles because, again, I watched snippets of the movie. I didn't watch the whole thing, which I'm more and more getting around to the idea of doing it. But what I like about this is, you see how he's moving? That's not jank. That's not accidental jank. God, I love the sun and the skies in this thing. That is on purpose. They have him moving like that at a specific frame rate on purpose. And that, I just find that so cool. Ignore this. Ignore both of these. Stop looking at them. Stop it. Stop looking at them. They're not important. Because, like, they're mimicking the stop motion animation at the time, which looked like this a little bit. Probably a little more jank, but, you know, look like that. It is really cool. I always find it really cool when any source of entertainment does these small tributes that aren't blatantly for the entire audience. It's for people who, if you know, you know. You know? All right, you know. And then, like, it's just like, it's a little bit of a badge of honor, really, that you know.
Back home before nightfall.
Let me go get my silly little sister who's praying to the gods for, well, no, she's, you know, just doing what she can. Still, super dangerous, because this man is holy. Matter of fact, I believe, like, a lot of the monsters in here are a reference to the original. Because I know the skeletons are, I was about to do the Skeleton Warrior reference, but that's a Mad Monsters thing. I'm not going to take that. But, the skeletons in this game are, you know, a reference to... God, take how'd that move? Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's funny too. I got a this is very Devil May Cry. Just more adventure. I'm trying to do a move right there. It is. Okay, I remember now. It's heart. It's triangle, square, triangle. There's a mechanic in this game that I'm really excited to talk about, and it's really, really cool, and I really love it. But we're getting to it. We're about to talk about it. I just need to find my there she is.
Perseus!
Sounds so innocent.
Tekla, are you alright?
Stupid. Coming here right
Yes.
now. How did you even make it this far, bro? I love the environments. Well, I love this environment. I love the environment of this
Something
island
feels very wrong.
because very shiny with the water, very colorful with the grass and greenery, and it's dusk right now. It's dusk right now. You can see that. But the problem afterwards is that we end up going to very muted environments. And while thematically it fits, it kind of gives a depression to the game, which is really sad because we kind of stay with that muted tone for a long time in the game, and it
Looks
kind
like
of
this
drains
path is out of the
the
question.
will to keep playing. So I
What's
personally
wrong,
never finished
Perseus?
it. I've gotten pretty far,
I don't think we'll be
but
able to go around.
every
You're
time
getting
it's
too
because
big
of
to
that
carry
muted
on my
color.
back.
palette that I just kind
Looks
of
like
lose
we'll have to
interest
find
in.
another way.
I talk with old man. Okay, so here's the really cool mechanic that I wanted to talk about. This is the main mechanic of the game, and it's really awesome, and it's gonna take a minute to pull off. So here we go. Get away from the rock. Oh, cool. I have a stinger. I didn't know I had a stinger. Sub-weapon seeds. Super cool mechanic. I love it. So, it's funny because, like, in every game I've ever played, sometimes the enemy has a really cool weapon. I'm like, please tell me I can get that weapon. Please tell me I can get that weapon. Please tell me I can get that. But then, no, they die with it like a dick. They're a dick in life. They're a dick in death because they don't give me that really cool weapon. Except for Metal Gear Solid Rising. That's, come on, that was a pretty hot. But he doesn't use it like Sam, so it's like, yeah, you're not using it right. But, so in this game, every weapon that you see that an enemy has, you can get that weapon. And, cool part, just because that weapon is in a specific class does not mean it will act the same as every other weapon. So there are subclasses to the sub-weapons that use sub-weapon Cs. So, for this, you'll see in a second what it does. If I get this right the first time. Because this kind of throws me off as far as timing is concerned. Here we go. Damn it. Damn it! See what I mean? Okay, I can do it again.
Who's next?
Sub-weapon obtained is the hammer. Press the circle to destroy rocks and enemy armor, which your main weapon can't destroy. So, if an enemy has some super thick armor, or they're really tough hide, or they have like a shield that's really giving me like some serious problems with my main weapon, which is the sword, which will change up through the game, and unfortunately we get a lamer looking sword. Xiphus is the coolest looking weapon aside from the Sword of Gods. This weapon will trivialize that with 1 or 2 hits. And I don't even have to just use it for that. I can use it as just, an added hit. And there are weapons that are more specifically tuned to being used for an added hit. And you'll see. You'll see why I'm referring to this game, why I refer to this game as more of a Devil May Cry type of game. And this is just the movie tie-in game. They did not have to go this hard. But I'm going to need more energy before I actually use this thing. Unfortunately, here we are. Damn it. I'm trying to get it in a way where he doesn't think. Because if I do it just right, well, if I do it just, oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. I needed to do another thing, which I guess they're not going to tell me until I, purposely run out. But here it is. To accumulate souls, there are 2 ways to accumulate souls. Attack enemies with your main weapon, perform soul seize. When you attack enemies with your main weapon, you can absorb a little bit of their soul. When you can absorb a large amount of their souls all at once by using the soul seeds. 1. How much you absorb depends on the enemy's condition. You can tell the soul's absorption amount by the color during lock-on. When an attack enemy turns blue, you can soul seeds. The amount absorbed changes according to the following color patterns. Red, no soul seeds absorption. Dark blue, small amount. Light blue, large amount. Enemies that have all of their soul absorbed, soul seeds will die, but if they survive, they will come back with a counter. Carefully to avoid. So I can't break this open with just one swing. And that bar there dictates how many uses of my attacks I have. So, like it said, I have 2 methods. I can just keep wailing on this dude, or I can damage him to the point where he starts turning blue. Now, you do not want blue. You don't want it. What you want is light blue, which is also that. When they're in that state, they are at their weakest, and you won't get a lot in that state.
Let's hurry home.
Now, you're seeing, right now, you're probably wondering, rewards. What are those and what do they do? Tell you the truth, I didn't really know until the game told me. And even then, I wasn't sure what they did until, like, one day I just randomly was screwing around in the menus and found out what they did that way. So, you'll see in a second. Well, no, I don't think I can use it with this Barbarian's Hammer. Well, it's not called that way.
Oh, I'm so glad both of you are safe. It seems that my prayers were heard after all.
And it seems the monsters have overcome their fear of the sun. The mountain was swarming with them.
Well, to be fair, we did go around it. Look at this gnarly looking thing. Look at it. Look at it. The front part of the hammer looks like the head of an exorbitantly large cow. And I never noticed this until a couple of times later when I played the game again. But the back of it is a ridiculously huge rat skull. This whole thing is made of bones. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was so metal that the rope that I'm looking at is actually intestinal tracts. This thing is infected with diseases. And I love it. But let's see if I can mess around. So we go to the sub-weapon menu. We go to the hammer symbol. And, whoops. This. Now, you see these. We can increase these. And we can also increase the attacks by using the special rewards that we got. Now, they are not specific. So we don't need specific things to do specific things. We can't mess around with it now. But we do need specific gifts in order to increase or obtain attacks and stuff like that. Really cool, and we will see that later.
Where are you going, brother?
Oh, well, I guess we'll see. I guess we're taking it in for the night.
You're both safe. Thank you for rescuing your sister, Perseus. Once again, her piety has put her in harm's way.
Don't be mad at her, father. She's just doing what she can to help.
You sound like your mother.
The voice actors did their job in this. Again, they did not have to go this hard for this game. And I kind of like this, what they did here. Because it's like, you know, let's put our best foot forward. Yes, this is a movie tie-in game. At the same time, who cares? I even remember a magazine, Game Informer, talking about, like, you know, while this game does follow the movie, basically, if the movie didn't come out, this would be its own thing. and nobody would put that label of movie tie-in game on it. Yes, they're angry with you, just like Father is. They're disappointed.
The monsters would have taken Tekla if I hadn't arrived. The gods are punishing even those who have done nothing wrong.
The gods were always good to us when we were saying our prayers, when we weren't bent on our own glory. Perhaps man has finally pushed them too far.
It's getting late. Everyone should go to sleep.
Surprised anybody can sleep. Well, they probably don't sleep comfortably.
It's a new day, Perseus. Time to get up.
Because, like, monsters are just, like, right there.
Good morning, Perseus.
Good morning, Mother. Huh? What's this? Why are there soldiers in a place like this?
It looks like he's a soldier from Argos.
Argos? Aren't they the people who are acting against the gods?
That's right. I hear that there are colossus being taken down everywhere. I wonder if they are intending to do something on the mountain. Be careful. Try not to get too close to them.
You know what's funny? How I'm told by my parents not to do something, and that's the game's way of saying, "Hey, do it." It's like that generic dude with the leather coat, with a leather jacket on, despite the weather, despite the temperature, like just coming up to you saying, "Hey, you know that thing your parents told you to stay away from? Let's go check it out." Now, come on, it'll be cool, I promise.
Hey, Perseus.
Don't be a bitch.
What you got there?
Just something I picked off a monster.
Really? Then that could be a gift.
Gift?
Yes, at least that's what my father used to say. They sometimes appear when you slay a monster. My grandfather used to give them to the gods in prayer. The strange thing is that whenever he did so, he'd wake up to find his old fishing tools looking new as the day he'd made them. He'd pull in a fat catch as well.
The gods rewarded him for his gift.
That's the story I heard. Anyway, probably no use in giving them anything now. Give it a shot, though, if you'd like.
Now, yeah, even though the game pointed this out to me, when I played it, I had no idea what it was talking about or what it was saying or anything. So I kind of just ignored it until one day I was screwing around in the sub-weapon menu and something happened. This came up. Reinforce. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then this came up. And I was like, what the hell is it? And then, like, I actually read through it because I did not like reading all that much when I played games. And now I do it all the time. And, you know, you see, like, if I want to increase its ability, which I'd increase its ability by 1, I'd need 3 copper stars and 1 warrior's bone. And for here, I want to increase crushing blow to something stronger, I need warrior's bone. And you get these drops from specific monsters, and they're hard to kind of come by. If I wanted to increase its special or its attack strength, I'd need to, again, certain specific things. I'm not going to do anything now because I want to increase its ability, then I want to increase this, then I'll increase this. But, you know, there are, as you can see, a stupid amount of sub-weapons. There are a stupider amount of swords. Not a lot of axes, and the axes are similar to the hammer, but again, different. Like, there are a stupid amount of sub-weapons. They went hard with this game. They did things. Like, there's a freaking harp. And what you do with the harp is stupid. Well, it's awesome, but they didn't have to do this. There's a shield. There's a barrier core. I will talk about these things as they... But man, they went hard with this game. They put in mechanics that weren't necessary. They said, who cares that this is a movie tie-in game? Like, we all know what games are. They're often not that good. There's something cobbled together in a short amount of time to line up with the release date of the movie. And I don't know, maybe WB was on top of this because they do, well, they did, well, they sort of have their own game developing. Well, they did. Well, I don't know. I don't know if WB still has its own developing studio for games specifically. I don't think they do anyway. But like they were on top of this. They said, "Hey, let's put in this. Let's do that." Has anybody ever played Devil May Cry 4? Because that's the direction we're headed. Wait a minute. This game come out? No. This game came out after Devil May Cry 4. Yeah. This game came out after Devil May Cry 4. I'm going to look that up because I am not 100%. But we have gone well over our time, and I'm not going to make this like the last thing I do. So, with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for coming by. Hey, it was great to see you. And if I have been entertaining to you, please hit that like. And you know what? I'm going to say it. It's going to be rare that I say it, but go ahead, subscribe. And comment in the section down below if you played this game, if you fell in love with this game, if you had the same problems I had with continuing this game as far as motivation is concerned, and all that other good stuff. And I will see you next time. Till then, be chill.